Welcome back to Morning After, everyone. It is 10:45 here on this Monday morning, and it's the Eric Show. From attorney Eric Cedillo to insurance advisor Eric Goldberg from IMA, joining us now to talk about what many of you are already dealing with, and that is phone calls to your insurance agent, phone calls to your insurance company, getting claims filed, figuring out what's covered. Eric, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Ron.
Let's talk big picture here. I've heard the number $25 billion as the assessment for damage caused by last week's storms and blackouts and so forth. Is that number accurate, and how does it compare to other natural disasters we've dealt with recently? I'm thinking about the tornadoes in October of 2019, Hurricane Harvey in August of 2017.
Right. I can tell you my phone has been ringing nonstop over the weekend, and clients are texting pictures of the water damage in their home, water flowing through their living rooms. It's a very stressful time. You know, I think that this will be bigger than Hurricane Harvey, which was about a $19 billion event in 2017. And then we experienced the tornado in Dallas in October of 2019, which was over $1 billion, I believe $1.5 billion. And so this looks to be bigger. I think the volume of claims certainly will be larger.
Well, it's interesting because Harvey was concentrated in great part to the Houston metro area, areas around it. The scope of this, just in terms of how many people all the way across this large landmass state, that complicates things a bit, doesn't it, in terms of getting boots on the ground and getting adjusters out there to assess the damage?
That's right. It's just the populations that were affected in the large cities in Texas will be processed now with adjusters getting assigned. A lot of it will be virtual due to the COVID environment we were already in. People in our office, unfortunately, were affected as well. And so we mobilized people in our other offices to assist and help so that our clients were able to be taken care of throughout this whole period.
So you brought people in from out of state who work for you in other places. I want to ask you something about, and this is not to promote your business model over another, but is there an advantage in somebody having an insurance agent or working with a company like yours to make sure that the I's are dotted, T's are crossed when they write their policy, A, and B, are you an advocate for them? In other words, if they're hitting a roadblock and the insurance company is saying, we won't cover that, or we can't cover that, or it's not in the language in your policy, are you able to effectively advocate for them?
That's exactly right. We represent many different insurance carriers, and so when we're talking to clients, we're understanding what their personal situation is and what they have and what they're trying to protect. And so we're able to walk them through the process and be their advocate with the actual insurance company or the adjuster. And if things don't make sense, they can call us anytime. We can help explain things. And if something gets denied or something doesn't feel right, then we're there in the background to lean on our relationships with our carrier partners and walk them through this process.
Does the squeaky wheel get the grease? In other words, if somebody's denied once, should they push back? Should they make the claim again? Is there a better chance that these insurance companies will give in? You know, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Generally, people believe and think, and there's anecdotal evidence to support it, that insurance companies are in the business to deny claims because they don't want to give out money. Wherein lies one of the biggest loopholes that an insurance company might be able to say to somebody, we're not going to cover that water damage?
You know, I think it's important to check your policy. An insurance policy pays based upon the policy language. And so that if a claim is denied, you want to ask the adjuster to show you where their determination is based upon, and then read the policy. And if you feel that you have a case that you think coverage is afforded in a different area, then use the policy language when talking with the adjuster and making your case for it. I think that's where we come in and we can help and point language out and get through that process.
I've got a friend who says his policy has a clause in there that he believes will mean they will not cover damage from frozen pipes. So this is sort of a two-pronged question, and that is, moving forward, will you be encouraging your clients to make sure that coverage is in there? Because I have to know, we've had 22 plus events in 2020, $1 billion or more in damage, natural disasters. There's a case to be made that these weather events could continue. So will you be encouraging them to get that language in their policies and pay that extra premium? And the other question is, how much are premiums going to go up as a result of this?
Sure. And so there's language in policies that can be limiting, and it's part of our job and our role to make sure that people are covered. And we have a standard of the type of coverage and policies that we write for our clients, and so that we don't want to be in a position where you could have been covered, should you have done something else and added an endorsement or had a different type of policy form. And as you mentioned, these large catastrophic weather events are increasing. A record number of billion-dollar plus events last year. Premiums were already rising. It's a tough insurance marketplace. This is only going to make it tougher here, especially after the tornado in 2019. There could be changes from insurance company requirements of water shutoff valves with water leak detection systems, like you have a smoke alarm or a burglar alarm. That could be something that may be required in the future.
Yeah, we've seen that these sorts of events are the impetus for and drive changes in building codes to make sure that there are those automatic shutoff valves, so a house that maybe flooded this time around won't the next time. Eric, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Eric Goldberg, he's with IMAcorp.com. You can check him out there. He's an insurance advisor and also the Texas market leader. So there you have it, Jenny.